Last week, Katrina and Amy took out the living room prize of $5,000.
We're so excited, about time.
That's the best news ever.
Then the teams had to get underway on the most important rooms in the house, the kitchen and dining room.
We need to fire up today.
I'm tired.
And with renovators' fatigue setting in,
Block has made Jenna insane.
there was madness, underwear, tears, anger, dancing, laughs, sound effects, a game show legend in a gold suit. And Rod and Tanya pocketed $2,000 from John McGrath.
That's amazing.
Tonight, they deliver the last but most important rooms in the house. The dining room and the kitchen.
Hopefully they love it all.
Something not quite right about the proportions in here. This is very cool.
It doesn't get much better than this.
Here comes another one. Here comes another one. The teams have just over 48 hours to finish the last and arguably the most important rooms in the house, the kitchen and dining room. Over the last 7 weeks, the couples have done an amazing job, transforming their dumps into beautiful homes. But budgets have been pushed to the limit, and with the entire outside still to be completed, all 4 couples are desperate to win this week's $5,000 cash. One of the greatest renovation tests is designing the ultimate kitchen.
I don't even know how that works.
Don't break it.
And even armed with a $15,000 Freedom Kitchen voucher each, it's a real challenge to get the right balance of style with form and function.
I understand that you're in the market for a kitchen.
We are.
Yeah.
I know that my kitchen has an oven and a microwave.
That's a good start.
Our teams decided on the design and layout for their kitchens a few weeks ago.
We've got the fridge cabinet and then the oven tower and the microwave.
That's awesome. That's probably about 6 metres. You wouldn't really be able to return it around here.
So there's a lot we have to fit into this one space,
Yes.
isn't there?
It always has been a bit of a drama for me choosing a kitchen because I'm very fussy.
But in spite of Amy's initial hesitations, the choices came thick and fast for the sisters.
If we did that and put like the pantry and the fridge,
Yep.
would that work?
Yeah, we can do
I
that.
love that.
Okay, let's discuss French tops.
White,
Caesar stone, it's double the price.
double the price. Oh well, love it. Lock it in. And the splashback, we'll have it in the sparkly silver.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Done.
Locked in?
Lock it in.
We're just picking
Trains,
that.
lock
Too
it in.
easy.
So we're done, Tony.
Done.
15 minutes and it's all decided.
Great customer, I love it.
Okay, we'll
Bye.
see you Thursday. Bye. Easy.
It takes 3 hours.
No, you don't need 3 hours.
Done.
We're going to do like framing
For
cupboards.
Josh and Jenna, well,
show you which one it
surprise,
is.
surprise,
We've got-
it took a little longer to come to an agreement.
Do you like that one?
I don't want any overheads.
In the framing part, like I want it over the window.
I'm just saying it saves money.
Jenna wanted a predominantly white kitchen with timber cupboards framing the window. Josh wanted to ditch the overhead cupboards to free up some dollars for a Caesar stone benchtop.
I wanted it to frame that wall
Jenna,
or put a panel in the island or something.
there's no point having overheads.
Okay,
and
well, we'll
not
just have
Caesar
a
stone
boring
benchtops.
white kitchen. It's just going to look like a big blank wall. Like, that looks so bare
Yeah,
and
we can
it's
go all glass. We can
off-centred.
go glass to the top where the cabinets are.
I'm not happy.
But in the end, it was a win-win for both of them. After some juggling, Jenna got her cupboards and they managed to squeeze their budget to allow for the Caesar stone. Yesterday, Rod and Tanya took out the game show challenge. Tanya and Rod, congratulations. Lunch with John McGrath, the judge, winning them a private consultation with Judge John McGrath, who not only gave them some invaluable advice on how to improve their property,
Don't over-furnish, don't over-clutter, don't try and be too tricky. This is what I can't afford.
but also slipped them a sneaky $2,000 hard cash. But this morning, word of Uncle Rod and Auntie Tanya's good fortune has spread across the block like wildfire. And Polly, for one, is not happy.
My morning has been spoiled. I have heard that Rod and Tanya and John McGrath were keeping secrets from us. After their lunch, John decided to give them one too many pineapples and they ended up $2,000 richer. They don't need money. I need money. I'm paying my tradesmen in fruit salad and all they want is a bacon and egg roll. Can't even afford a bacon and egg roll.
So while Polly does what she can to salvage their budget, the sisters are taking resourcefulness to a whole new level.
I've had to create this contraption here because all the ladders that we have don't let me lean right into the corners. So I'm just really clever, like I'm really intelligent and things. So I've decided that what we should do is tape the paintbrush to the end of the pole. And this is what I'm doing. Look at this. Look, look, look. In we go. Painting, painting, painting in there. What can we call it, Ames?
Oh no, but it's an absolute beauty.
This is called the Absolute Beauty. The Absolute Beauty.
Yeah, you're really, really smart.
I know that.
Back next door, Polly's catering company is ready to open up shop.
We're a bit skint on cutlery. I stole it from Rod and Tanya.
Thanks, Polly. Thank you.
This is your pay for the week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Look, it's more than what you've been paying us, so I'll take
This
it.
is for the upstairs, your bonus.
Oh, thanks.
And in true Polly and Woz spirit, they're shifting their focus away from their money woes and onto their top secret project.
We've got a little secret man cave going on upstairs. Should be doing the kitchen, but we thought, we'll blow that off and just focus on the man room. Much better idea. Not getting judged, but it's a game changer. The man room is the utilisation of the roof space above rooms 1 and 2. And there's a huge cavity up there. It's 3.2 metres long, almost as long as one of our bedrooms. The storage that it opens up is unbelievable. So we'll just throw some sheets and some walls and it should be done by this afternoon.
But I reckon it adds about 20 grand to the house value.
Yeah. It's unreal. It's unreal.
Storage is at a premium in Richmond, and we've just doubled our house of storage.
Meanwhile, the glaziers have cut the holes for the downlights in the sisters' kitchen in the wrong place. And Sparky Tony is trying to make sense of the mix-up.
No, you didn't bring them out evenly. You put two.
Where the cabinet maker told me to bring them out.
You put two under here and then one under there.
Okay.
Fortunately, it's nothing a bit of Sparky ingenuity can't fix.
So I might be able to make it work. What do they say? No, I won't.
What do they say?
Who say?
I want to know what they say now.
You want to know what they say?
Yeah. What do
Okay,
they
you
say?
can't make jam out of a turd, but you can roll it in glitter.
I didn't actually understand what he was talking about.
Me finishing it off, it will be glitter, and the turd is the positioning of the wires, which is due to the glass makers.
I'm confused. It's not making jam. I don't know. Hello?
Coming up, what has Shelley said to upset Polly?
Oh, look at Polly. She's distraught. You've stuck a stick in the spokes.
And later, it's a mad dash to Tools Down.
Tools down. Hello.
Hello.
Every week, me and my mate Shell drop in on the teams a couple of days before delivery to check on the progress.
The judges will definitely look at those finishes and they look outstanding.
And this week is no different. But before we head inside, there is one very important issue to attend to in the garden.
As we know, today the fence is going in. The posts are starting in about an hour's time.
Oh, good.
And since the fence was invented, one side is good looking and one side is ugly.
Good looking
And arguments have erupted for thousands of years.
Around the world.
Around the world. Neighbour v neighbour over the fence. One side is railing, ugly, and one side is pale.
Gotcha.
Pretty.
Who's going to get the good side? Who's going to get the ugly side?
Good side, less good side.
Oh, Polly.
Good side, less good side?
Who's going to get it? I think there's only one way to do this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're so fine.
Yeah, now we have to probably call it before it goes up because you might call the same thing. So what's it going to be? Who's going to be what?
You call it, I don't want it on my head.
What if you rock, paper, scissors for the call?
Do that.
Okay.
Because otherwise you can't both be calling when it goes
Yeah,
up.
correct. So we need to call it before.
On 3.
Go trains.
Boom.
Boom. You call
Now
it.
you've got the pressure of calling.
You made it twice as hard for yourself, Oz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Careful what you wish for.
Are you ready?
3. Heads.
Heads it is.
Heads it is.
So do you want the pretty side or do you want the ugly side?
We'd like the pretty
The
side,
pretty side.
please.
Okay, so palings this side, railings this side.
Heads came up good. The pretty side of the fence came up ours.
Now starts the neighbour
You're
rivalry.
still pretty.
Nah, I'm just going to throw a tantrum now.
Was called Heads, and he was the winner. They got the pretty side. We were the losers. Look at the ugly side.
You girls can do whatever you want to your fence, you know. You might be able to pretty it up.
We're going to paint it hot pink anyway.
Fuchsia.
No, it's very fashionable. Fuchsia is in.
Now that's sorted, it's time to begin the kitchen and dining room tour. First stop, Rod and Tanya's.
The kitchen will have big black cupboards with stainless steel fridge. To the right of the fridge there'll be 2 stainless steel benches that come around into an L shape. Below that stainless steel bench there'll be a wine cooler. On the back wall the splashback is glass black. There's an island bench with double square sinks integrated into the Portofino white bench and 4 stools.
Gee, this is a big kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it is.
Well, a big island bench, isn't it?
Yeah.
Use of space, though.
Yep.
Have you got a bit of a servery going out onto your deck?
Yeah, I have straight out. There's a little set of stack of doors there, and it goes straight out to the barbecue area. A few beers, bit of food.
Yeah.
Wine fridge. Nice touch.
What about that?
Yes.
Where'd you get the money for that?
Well, we've saved a lot of money by working hard, so,
Give yourself a rap, Tanya.
Pat on the back. No, but we thought if we work our butts off and save a lot of money, we've got to have money for extra things like that, so.
You'd realise you're not spoiling yourselves, you're spoiling the new owners, aren't you? It's a shame.
Now, you've got this bench top here.
Yes.
But what do you got over there?
Like commercial kitchens are snuck into the domestic scenario, and they're really popular. They look trendy, and they're purpose serving, and they look great.
One thing that Shelley and Scotty both liked was the fact that we put stainless bench tops in, but we kept the stone island bench as well. So just the combination of stone, glass and stainless.
I love the change in material from here to here.
Yeah, I'm not one for all stainless. We always put bits and pieces around, but we don't go over the top. Yeah, just mix and match.
Well, this is sort of like your nice breakfast bar area, and that's
Yes.
your work area over there.
We've opted to not have a dining table in here. We've gone with the bigger living and kitchen area. It's not going to suit everyone, but we're going to put a great alfresco area out there with a big dining table.
You spend all your time around the island bench, don't you?
That's right. Oh, look, their overall indications was that they're really happy with what we've done, that they love the size of the kitchen, and it's going to flow into the lounge room. We've got a big area there. There'll be a little bit of a detraction, I think, not having the dining table, but I don't think it'll be enough to really hurt us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
Next stop, Polly and Woz, who are working on their first ever kitchen.
Looking back at our kitchen, we have the fridge on the right-hand side and then a pantry cupboard to the left of that, a wall oven and a microwave so you don't have to bend down. Then we have a heap of bench space, lots of cupboard space above that. Come around and there is a 4-burner gas stovetop. Then we have an island bench in the middle with a double sink, instant boiling hot water and a drying rack.
Hello?
Hello?
G'day, mate. I'm just looking for Woz. Do you know where he is?
He's just taking a break. He's been
Is he?
working hard.
Good on you, mate. Look at him.
Look at you.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Got everything in there.
Yeah, she's a goer.
You must be proud, Polly.
She's softened up a bit too, actually. It was
right.
It was a
you
bit
would.
hard at the
It doesn't
start.
look brand new now.
Well, I like your cupboard doors. They're very unique, and I just love that look.
And then the same's on the bar back, just on the other side of the
yeah.
island.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit to just tie it in and make it a bit pizzazz-like.
Yeah. It is a big kitchen.
It is.
Yes.
Because we're creating an entertaining area. All these doors fold out and you just go out to a beautiful deck. So why not have a prep area that you can entertain with?
So the eating spot is going to be, because you're limited with space, is going to be this island bench here.
No. So where the yellow ladder is, that's where the coffee tables sit, no worries. So then it's only a matter of a lift and a turn, and that becomes your dining spot as well.
What do you mean a lift and a turn? What, your coffee table turns into a dining table?
Just pull it back towards yourself. When you get it to the desired height, you can just simply turn it and flip it open. So it goes from being a coffee table
That is unreal.
to being a desk, dining table.
And that's why we wanted to go a little bit risky on a little bit of a bigger kitchen, because we knew
Saving
that was
space.
going to be a little bit of a funky space saver over there.
Is this coming off or is this staying? What are you going to do with it?
It won't be a part of the judging this week.
No, it won't be, but they will walk down this hallway and go, ooh,
Still there.
it's still there. Maybe you should tear it off.
But then what if we need to put it back on?
Why?
Why?
Well, otherwise we get told it's bland. I love the telegraph wires. Let's not forget they're wall stickers. If you hate them, pull them off. And what we're actually going to put up here
Oh dear. This is risky.
is these 3 clocks along there.
Are you going to have, like, New York, Tokyo, Melbourne?
Richmond, New York,
Are you?
London.
Oh, yeah, good.
I love the idea. I love these. I've had them in a house of my own. I'm worried the judges might think it's a bit dated. I think it will work in the space, and I do think for a kitchen area. What do you
You're
reckon?
throwing a spanner in there.
No,
Work,
I
Shell.
know, but I've got
Oh,
to
look
throw
at
it up
Polly.
there.
She's distraught. You know what you've done, Shell? Polly was riding her push bike of design, and you've stuck a stick in the spokes.
Some terms that have been thrown around about the clock idea, very 1990, it's very done, the judges will hate it, are you sure you want to do that? Reading between the lines, you're an idiot.
Okay, well, I hope we've been of help.
Oh, you two are always
You're just a breath of fresh
really
air.
make us feel confident.
That's right. I'm sure we've helped you a lot.
Oh, a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and now
Every
we'll
time.
leave you to
Thank
make
you.
your decisions.
To pick up the pieces. I'll be on the floor.
There's a
Rocking
train
back
wreck.
and forth.
That's right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
That's
What
fine.
about you
I'm
sticking
sorry,
a stick
Polly.
in
I'm
the
sorry,
spokes?
Polly.
The bike just flipped.
Sorry.
She's a sweet little thing, isn't she?
Got smashed.
She didn't mean it, honey.
Hey, don't speak to me like this. I'm excited.
Coming up, Josh and Keith are at it again.
Because I've actually been plumbing for about seven or 8 years, mate, and I know exactly what I'm doing, so don't act as if I don't know what I'm doing.
He's got no respect for me at all.
Respect goes both ways, and Keith doesn't respect Josh, so Josh is not going to respect Keith.
There's an old real estate adage that kitchens sell houses. And if our couples want to have any success come auction day, it's vital they get this room right. Today, Shell and I are doing the rounds. And next stop is Josh and Jenna, who are hoping to improve on last week's dismal results.
Our kitchen is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to have timber overhead cupboards, an induction cooktop, a window as a splashback, no handles on any of the cupboards. They're just push open, high white gloss, Caesar stone bench tops, and a massive island bench with an amazing industrial tap and undermount sink.
Hello.
Watch out.
Can you...
There's a death trap in here.
God, my. Hello. What a difference a week makes, eh? I'm really liking the finish on this kitchen.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought that was a panel, but it's the cupboards.
Yeah. Scotty loves all the timber overheads, which we're a bit stressed about the first couple of days, but now that everything's painted white, it actually looks really good. So they definitely loved our kitchen. And of course, our other feature piece.
What's the feature piece?
We've got our dining table and the dining light. I love our dining table. It's all handcrafted, recycled American oak, and it's got those modern legs on it, which is a great feature for the table.
Jenna, an 8-seater is very ambitious for the space that you've got. Why was the decision to go with 8?
We can do 4 if we want to present it as 4, but our real estate agent said that, come auction day, we want to make it have as many seats as we possibly can.
Right.
I mean, this is a big square space.
Yeah, you've actually got the space to seat 8 people,
Yeah,
I
you
think,
do.
as opposed to everybody else.
You
Geez,
really
taking a long
do.
time with that light.
Oh, wow.
What about that?
Gee, that is not eclectic. That is modern, isn't it?
Very modern.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Now, how much did this cost?
It's worth $4,000. But we got...
Gee, you find some bargains, don't you? It's worth $4,000. What did you pay for it?
Not that much.
I'm going shopping with you guys one day.
We haven't got many statement pieces in this house, so I think to have this in your living, dining, kitchen, which is the main area of your house, is going to be a great feature. So it's either going to be a hit or a miss. And like Jen and I usually sink or swim, so hopefully it's a swim this week.
Katrina and Amy won last week's living room reveal, and they're hoping to continue that winning style into their kitchen and dining.
We have a long pantry cupboard in high gloss black, a bench in white Caesar stone with a mirror splashback. We've got all shelving above that. We've got a dishwasher underneath our sink, and then we've got our fridge, which is on the very far left, stainless steel, double door, very smart looking.
It's starting to come together, ladies, isn't it?
Exciting.
Or you've got to get rid of this scaffolding, and then you can bring all your furniture in.
Come on, this is an awesome piece.
That's dining table.
This is
It's
trendy.
a dining table. It looks like scaffolding to me. I was about to get up there and check your ceilings.
It's industrial.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I would never have guessed.
Trendy.
Actually, do you reckon this could also work as a kitchen?
Scaffold? Yes, I do.
As a kitchen bench as well. Say you had your outdoor dining, you can spin it this way and actually use it as a servery or...
Yeah, you can prepare on it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, it's on wheels as well, so you can wheel it
Push it
outside.
straight outside.
That's right.
I like it.
That's great.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do like
You've
it.
admitted it. You
I like it.
Now, you've actually made great use of space.
Well, I think we've definitely got the smallest kitchen, but we had no other option because we couldn't return it around because of the window. So we've just gone with what the architectural design said, and you can still use your table as preparation area. So
But really, at the end of the day, it's the only size kitchen you could have put in.
that's it.
We could have done an island.
Oh, you could have, I
without
suppose.
a dining table, but I wouldn't have felt comfortable not having a proper table to sit at.
And you really haven't got the room for a nice big table and an island anyway. Well, you have done an amazing job. You really have.
You've got the sun streaming in.
Yeah.
It does feel like a home. It's really lovely.
Yeah. Good on you, girls. Well done. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Yeah, have fun with the rest of Christmas.
We will.
Nice scaffolding.
Scaffold.
What would he know?
I heard that.
We had to tell Scotty, no, it's industrial, it's trendy, that is the dining table and that's the look. So Shelley said that, you know, the judges are absolutely going to love it. She loved it. And we need to just teach Scotty a few things, I think.
It's Foreman Keith's job to make sure that everybody's work is done by the book. Yesterday, he had concerns over the plumbing in Josh's kitchen.
So what's going with your water to your island bench?
The water's going, it's coming over from underneath. All the plumbing's going to be done after. It's all sorted.
I can see what he's going to do. He's going to cut a great big hole in the bloody floor, which I'm not happy about. I'll be sitting here watching over and make sure he doesn't do that. How come you're under there, mate?
Oh, we're just running water for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And the waste for the kitchen as well, and hooking up the fridge.
Don't you normally do that before the kitchen goes in?
Yeah, well, if Josh thought of doing it earlier, mate, I wouldn't be under here.
Uh-huh.
True to his word, Keith has his eagle eye out.
What's wrong, Keith? What are you doing, mate? Who are you
Hey, mate, it's my site. I'll do what I feel on it, mate.
Come see me, mate. I'll organise it. Stop making people like hold up there, mate. You said it, hold up.
Oh, Joshy, calm down, mate. Hey, don't speak to me like this. I'm excited, mate.
You're just embarrassing everyone on national television.
Hey, Josh has had a personal beef with me through the whole job. Josh reckons he's got 7 years building experience.
Keith's basically telling me how to do my plumbing. He's saying I don't know what I'm doing.
Because normally what happens in a kitchen, mate, is your plumbing is there and you fit in the cabinets.
Is that what happens as a Keith? It always happens that way?
I don't want him screaming at me on site, so I try and keep away from him, but every now and again I've just got to go and check up on him.
Just hang on a second. So I'm a plumber, and you're a builder, are you?
I'm a builder, mate.
Do you have your plumber's ticket?
And every time I check up on him, we have big fights.
And he reckons all the plumbing should have been done before the kitchen went in, and that's fine, but it is the block. Because I've actually been plumbing for about 7 or 8 years, mate, and I know exactly what I'm doing, so don't act as if I don't know what I'm doing.
He's got no respect for me at all.
Respect goes both ways, and Keith doesn't respect Josh, so Josh is not going to respect Keith.
All I'm doing, mate, is having a friendly little interview with your mate down there. That's all I'm doing.
An interview?
Yep, that's all I'm doing, mate.
It's a building site, mate. So,
yep.
Well, the show's actually called The Block. It's not Keith TV, so he's just got to back off a bit and just stick to what he knows.
Meanwhile, next door, it seems that everybody has an opinion on Polly and Waz's wall decal.
When you're at this end of the price range and you've got a very sophisticated buyers and they're coming in here and there are certain things that are going to turn them off. And for me, wall murals fall into that category.
Well, it's very polarising.
Scotty and Shell suggested we take off the Telegraph pole decal, but I was adamant. It was staying there. It was a part of the room, and just because the judges didn't like it didn't mean that a buyer wouldn't like it. But we did a little survey, and it was about 80-20 hate to
Landslide.
love.
It was a landslide.
It was a gradual decline. Okay, probably not as easy as I anticipated. Don't, I can feel it.
Careful.
Oh, careful, careful. Oh, no.
Careful.
I love the fact we pulled the decal down. I've done a complete 360. I loved that decal, but the way we've...
180? Because if you did 360, you came back to where you... I've done a complete 1080.
You've done a big 180.
Can you say a complete 1080?
I'm glad we made the decision to take the decal down. I've done a complete 720. Bit confused at where we are, but I know that the room is now where it should be.
And you landed it.
I landed it.
Coming up, the real heroes of the block give us their opinions.
So I got a couple of cray pots.
Sometimes the little things that do make the difference. I
Sure, this hasn't been your influence, Tony.
Look, reminds me of high school.
And later, we find out if the judges agree.
I'm not their number one fan this week, although I am a fan of theirs. I have trouble giving anyone a 10 for anything.
After 51 long days and nights of renovating, everyone's feeling a little bit tired and weary. So, to lighten the mood a little, I thought we'd get some opinions on this week's rooms from some of the real people. You know, the fair dinkum, genuine heroes of the worksite. Yep, it's time to send in the trade.
I think I care more about what the tradies think than what the judges think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how's the wood grain?
Reminds me of high school.
They see this every day.
I do like this tap though here. This is the instant chill, instant boiler. It's a nice effect.
You wouldn't have installed it, would you?
No, I'm an electrician, Keith, but...
I hope they haven't said anything bad because that's going to make me look like an idiot.
It's definitely a high school table, and they may have got it cheap as a result.
The high school table.
Look, I actually really honestly respect everything that they do, even more now that I've been able to see firsthand about how hard they work and how much goes into actually building a house and a home.
What do you reckon, Keith?
I reckon about 8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you've been nice.
Yeah.
Be nice for a change,
I
mate.
still don't mind it though.
I don't really care what the tradies say about the design or the layout of the place, but as far as style and design goes, the boys that came in, I don't think they'd know design if I woke up next to them in the morning, you know. Let's be honest.
I think the tradies jury would have had a field day in our room today.
Wow. What's this table?
I think they might have said that the dining table looked a bit like scaffolding.
When I walked in, I thought it was actually a scaffold.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Very industrial.
So I got a couple of cray pots.
The yabby nets.
I think that's amusing that the tradies thought they were cray pots. They do look a bit like it.
How we rate this one, boys?
I suppose I can't score this one because I've got to...
You're the builder, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to... Can't say too much.
I was spying on the tradies jury this afternoon. I hid in the laundry and they didn't know I was in there.
That might be a problem for me. I'm doing the electrical work in here too.
And I had a glass to the wall and I was listening.
Jack?
I'll go 7 for this one.
7, even though you're working in here.
Let's just leave the designing up to us and the tradies can knock up the walls and the frames and we'll do the design, hey?
The tradies will hate our style.
It'd be funny because like Keith and that'd be like, oh, all the lighting's not level and stuff, and
Keith will be like, I hate it because he hates you. Come on, let's go.
Wow. They must have got these from Jayco.
Jayco Caravans?
Yeah.
I would have loved to hear what the tradies said about our house, especially this living room, because we're a bit quirky and I think tradies sometimes, you know...
A bit conservative, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit conservative.
The only thing I can say, look at this, boys, I can see a bit of pine frame. Pine frame here. I can see a bit of pine frame there. Is that finished? That's not finished as far as I'm concerned.
I'd give from here an 8.5. From there, I'd give it about a 2.
That's 10, is it?
I don't care at all what the tradies think about my room. If they hate it, it's probably a good thing.
Last time the boys done a bit of a mini walk around, they had a look and they said, nah, Rod, you've got it down pat. You are in like Flynn. You're home and hose. Lost.
Nice kitchen, boys, hey?
Looks good. Light, isn't it?
Like the splashbacks.
There's certainly enough lighting, isn't there?
No, there's not enough light, are there?
Whilst I do appreciate their expertise in the area and their big tick of approval, kiss of death.
Sometimes the little things that do make the difference.
You sure this hasn't been your influence, Tony?
Look, my good advice has helped him along the whole job.
What do we rate this out of 10, boys?
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 9.
9.
Yeah, I'd be up to the 9.
I think I've got that tick a couple of times and it still hasn't got me over the line, so I'm not so certain whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, Rod and
Tanya, 100%.
Unanimous. Definitely unanimous.
Thumbs up.
Meanwhile, over at Josh and Jenna's, the moment they've been waiting for all week.
It's the biggest thing that's ever happened to the block. Absolute godsend of a light. $4,000 it's worth. Plus probably $4,000 installation. And we've been waiting about 4 weeks for this because we picked it out a long time ago, so I'm very excited.
A massive downlight.
Last week we got stung by the judges for not having that $1 million look, and I think with all the whites and the kitchen and everything, I think we're going to get that feel. So if we can tick that box, hopefully the judges will tick it too.
You guys go?
Whilst a $4,000 downlight may not fit under everyone's budget, at number 3, Amy is stringing together an idea which should suit her dining room down to a T.
I saw this actually done at Mark Tucky, which has now become my favourite store, and they had this massive bundle of little tiny teacups all hanging down, and it looked fabulous and definitely rustic and suits our colours, but of course I couldn't afford it, so I'm making my own. So I'm going to cluster all of the cups. I've got a stack of them, and I'm going to cluster them all down like this, and then I'll just cut it and tie it, and it's going out on the wall in the kitchen. And then it won't look the same, but it'll still be funky.
And as the moon rises over the block one more time, each of our couples take a moment to reflect on their incredible achievements.
I can't believe that by tomorrow that we are going to be, complete internally.
It's totally amazing that this house is going to be all finished inside in the next 12 hours.
It's a pretty monumental moment for us to say that the interior is done.
I love this room. I think it's awesome, and we're not worried about the judges anymore. We're worried about selling our house at auction. So hopefully they have some good comments and good remarks, but if we don't win, we're not going to be too depressed.
It seems like yesterday that we're in this room next door here with silver paper around the outside of us. It's remarkable.
This is excellent. Yeah. This is very cool that it's all been done and it looks fantastic.
Totally amazing that we have finished all this internal house in,
7 weeks. Can you believe it?
Realistically, it seems like we started just, a few days ago?
We're about to shut the doors and put this in place for auction. It's starting.
It'll really be good to sit back and just take it all in when we're done it.
It's the beginning of the end of the block.
Coming up, after their biggest reno to date, the fight to win $5,000 comes down to the wire. It's the morning of reveal day, and it's eerily quiet and calm on the block.
And I feel fresh. 4 hours is all I need these days. Can't you tell by my voice? It's good.
Yeah, no, I had a good night last night. I got 4.5 hours sleep, mate. That's a rarity. Best 4.5 I've had before reveal day in history.
Did you make me a drink, Chumpy?
Fresh as a daisy, had some sleep, but I woke at 5. I couldn't sleep. I wanted to come down and admire how nice it was. Amazing.
Wow, it's totally warm.
It's beautiful.
I was worried that it would be quite pokey in some areas, but it's really quite spacious. I hope they don't hate anything.
With just 2 hours until tool's down, it's time to fire up. And for Josh and Jenna, that means it's time for a caffeine hit.
Oh, it's so good to have that.
Shake that.
Got an hour and a half to go. Got to move this picture. Jenna changed her mind about.
Yep, perfect. Just want John and Neil to feel at home. Really?
Honey, do we want fruit or not?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Looking for your girl, she on the jock. Now stop where we get.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Tool's down.
Little bit right.
Well, it is now. Quick, go.
Do it. Let's go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Well, what a difference a week makes. Have a look at you. Last week you looked terrible. This week you're all done up with your fresh clothes, makeup even. So you're all happy with your kitchens?
Love it.
Very beautiful.
You guys?
Yes.
Got a winning room?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Woz, you told me you were wrapped in yours.
Yeah, we're really proud.
We're stoked
This is our
about
first
it.
kitchen we've ever done, so we're absolutely,
it.
we're blown away.
Blown away. Josh and Jenna, you had probably the biggest space to work with, without a doubt, and you had to redo your lounge as well.
That's right, yeah.
You've had a tough week, but you happy?
Yeah, no, it's good. Just happy to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that later on. I mean, I'm very excited to look in your kitchens, and I know two blokes that are busting to get in there and have a look. So you guys go get some brekkie. I'll see you back at the workshop.
Excellent.
Let's bring in the judges.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Each week, our team's rooms are judged by real estate expert John McGrath and Bell Magazine editor-in-chief Neil Whittaker.
They're in the home stretch. They've got to make every room count from here on in.
Definitely.
The rooms are completed, but for Josh and Jenna, it's been a mixed bag of a week.
I'm ready to go home.
After failing to impress the judges with the living room,
I kind of feel that we're in a student house. As soon as Scotty wrote up the 6 for design, Jenna and I just looked at each other and said, you know, this has to be changed.
giving them not only the biggest space to renovate this week, but also an extra room.
Jenna and I really put a lot of effort into this week, and even though the living room's not getting judged, hopefully it brings it all in together and they see that we made an effort to fix that too.
I think the judges will be really impressed by the light. I think they'll be really impressed by the kitchen and the overhead cupboards as well. Hopefully they love it all.
This is very cool.
Doesn't get much better than this.
I mean, this is where you want the wow factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the buyer's point of view, you want people to walk into these rooms and go, wow,
Yes.
I want this and I want it now.
Yeah.
I mean, looking around me, everything that they've done in this kitchen and dining area is in keeping with the other rooms that they've created. They've continued that sort of slightly Scandinavian, what we call mid-century feel, but they've just taken it up a notch.
I mean, I love this timber. So beautifully complemented against just the pure white.
Even small touches, like they've chosen a blind with a grain in it.
So it sort of
which
works
mirrors,
well.
yeah, it works
Yeah.
well with the wood grain.
I love the fact they've gone for the underbench
Yeah.
dishwasher, which is the same tone as the rest of the kitchen, so it almost disappears. They've put the sink underneath the bench, which I love.
And the touch cupboards, John, which I love.
No handles, yeah.
Love it. Love the touch.
Beautiful clean lines.
Mechanism, which really, yeah, it's a minor detail, but it actually really adds to the sense of space in here.
Yeah.
And John, I just can't go past this dining table with seating for 8.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And this big pendant lamp.
It's a great aesthetic. I mean, I'm with you, Neil. I love it. They brought the whole room together. It complements the kitchen. Really cleaned up that room. They've done a great job because we were both very critical of that room. I mean,
Yeah.
they really lost the plot last week. They've made some alterations and they've cleaned that right up in the space of a week.
I guess, you know, if we're being practical, we can sort of look at the functionality of it as a working kitchen. I love the look of that. That could be polarising, the choice of the
induction
cooktop. Not sure about the practicality of working with that right against the window. And I even like the choice of the pendant lights. I mean, this is a very contemporary thing to have the bare exposed light bulbs.
Yes.
Now, that is not going to be for everyone.
this week Rod and Tanya carried on the cool, calm and collected manner we've all become accustomed to. They won $2,000 in Shell's Kitchen Cook-Off Challenge
Tanya and Rod. The old burrito battle pulled through.
and a private consultation with Judge John McGrath, who gave them some extra cash and a big vote of confidence.
I think you have a chance of winning.
But this week, they're taking one of their biggest risks yet.
The biggest concern is the judge's interpretation of the kitchen dining. We've got predominantly a kitchen that incorporates dining, but if they interpret it wrong, it'll definitely cost us.
Our overall picture is that we want a large living kitchen dining area. Dining table doesn't really matter to us, and hopefully it doesn't matter to many of the buyers.
Light and bright, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's pretty impressive, John. It's a real cook's kitchen.
I mean, I always go on first impressions, and it feels very professional, well executed, well thought through. I mean, I love the fact they've got the stainless steel, which is a terrific surface, but can become overpowering if you use too much of it.
Absolutely.
And yet they've got this composite material here on the island bench, which I think is a really nice complement.
I mean, when you start taking all the details in, we've got a wine fridge, John, over in the corner. It's always a good touch. We've got a serious-looking gas cooker, gas hob with 5 rings.
I'm not sure if these guys are cooks, but it's got that feeling that someone that knew what they were doing has
absolutely.
actually designed and executed this. And
I think the colour scheme they've used is great. Stylistically, it works. I like the combination of the black and the white, the metal, the stainless steel surface, and the white surface here. It's a really good balance.
this is very much the sort of kitchen I would have hoped they would have presented to us.
It's a kitchen for someone who takes their food very seriously. We've even got the coffee machine in the corner. Impressive, but what is occurring to me is where are they going to eat?
Well, this is like the Three Little Bears. You're not really going to sit here with guests, are you, and and sort of talk to the one down the end about what's happening. I mean, I think, by the way, these island eating spaces are becoming more and more popular, but not without a dining table. It's normally to complement a dining table.
This feels like a breakfast thing to me.
Right.
I mean, hence the bowls that they've left out. This feels like very much a sort of the breakfast, snacking.
Yeah.
It's not where you're going to sit down and have dinner.
It's a pity because, I mean, the kitchen is 6-star, but without a dining area, that's a pretty big floor.
Yeah. There is actually nowhere to sit and enjoy the food that this kitchen, with its double sink and all the other equipment, gives you the opportunity to create. Which is a shame, because it's been beautifully done, as you say. Oh, if only they had a dining room.
Coming up, 2 houses to go. Who impresses and who doesn't?
Kitchen and dining room.
And who will win the final room prize?
The winner of the $5,000 from Toyota Corolla is this week. Are you ready? Are you ready?
The couples have just completed the final rooms in the house, the kitchen and dining. So far, the judges have inspected Josh and Jenna's handiwork.
Not sure about the practicality of working with that right against the window.
And scrutinised the lay of the land over at Rod and Tanya's place.
I mean, the kitchen is 6-star, but without a dining area, that's a pretty big floor.
Next up for judging, it's Polly and Woz. This week we saw the emergence of Builder Woz.
Oh, you like that, do you? I'm having the time of my life.
I think you could see more of Builder Woz.
Builder Woz I can handle. It's naked Woz that worries me.
Hopefully the judges will walk in and see what we see, and that is that it's not too cramped, and that the design and layout has been really smart and efficient. Our domo table that was the coffee table last week has transformed into our dining table.
And I think we've enabled a kitchen that is big enough for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house.
It's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. That's the first word that came into my head too, John.
Well, the first thing I'm looking at is, remember we talked about what was going to happen with the dining room. Very odd to have your dining table separating your television and your living space.
Something not quite right about the proportions in here. Fixtures and fittings on first sight when you walk in look good. It's been very professionally done.
I love the fact they've recessed and sunk the sink, and they've put that underneath the bench top. They've got a fabulous little zip instant hot and cold water. There's that great intercom system as you come in. I mean, that's really high quality.
I actually really like this timber front on the cupboards, which I know is repeated on the front of the island bench too. But the proportions are just feeling a bit wrong at the moment, because normally I'm the biggest fan of the island bench. This kitchen actually might have benefited from not having an island bench. Can't believe I'm saying that. Or if at least they were going to have the island, then it should have been maybe smaller, because what's happening in this kitchen is it's encroaching too much into the living space.
Yeah, I agree. And that definitely doesn't work for me. The dining area, I mean, it's driving me crazy already, because whilst you can say, well, you're going to put that down after you've used it, and then it becomes a living space and therefore a coffee table, in reality, that's going to stay up forever.
Yeah.
And that's an issue.
And then you will be sitting there watching the television with the remains of dinner on the table in front of you. Right. Demonstrating that your dining table has to be folded down to make it your living room table. Right. Screams to me, this is a small space. And it's actually not.
Purely from a real estate point of view, kitchen, living, dining areas, you've got to nail them.
Yeah.
And that's my concern for these guys coming into the auction day. People are going to mark them down, because this is such an important space.
It's the deal breaker, isn't it?
I'm not their number one fan this week, although I am a fan of theirs, but it really does depend what they do with that outdoor space next week, because that could bring it together. I mean, I'm hopeful, because I think these guys have got a lot of talent. This week hasn't been my favourite, but if they do the right thing next week, that could actually complement and bring them back on track. I'm hoping anyway.
I guess you're right.
Katrina and Amy have been on a winning streak, taking out last week's living room prize. Then, at Shelley's Kitchen Cook-Off Challenge, they were reunited with their families.
Oh my God!
They went on to win that challenge,
Katrina and Amy.
and today are hoping to take out the trifecta with their glitzy industrial kitchen.
I'd love to think we're on a roll, and I'd love to win it again. I love our kitchen. I love what we've chosen. It's a bit glitzy, but then you've got our dining room, which is a bit industrial and rustic, and I love mixing the old and new looks together, and I think it looks great.
It's a nice extension of the living space, isn't it?
It's really interesting, isn't it, John? They've given an old terrace house a really sort of modern, funky warehouse feel. It's pretty clever.
And they've blended them both well.
Yeah.
I mean, the kitchen is modern and shiny and beautiful, and they've got this great feeling with some of this industrial furniture and light fittings, but they've really brought them together very intelligently.
From a design point of view, when you walk in here, there's a lot of wow factor. I mean, the light fittings, I haven't seen those before.
I love them.
And I'm thinking that that's a really interesting feature. Works perfectly with the industrial dining table and the metal chairs. And then looking across to the, what should we call it, installation, the coffee cup installation on the wall. Again, you know, some people are going to scratch their heads and say, what is that? But I think it works.
It's a great table. I've never seen this before, and I suspect the fact that it's on wheels, that if you are going to have an outdoor setting, you just push it out, which is a fabulous thing as well.
It's clever. But the kitchen itself is pretty compact. I mean, they put a galley kitchen.
I'm a little bit concerned there's very limited preparation space. So if you're not a cook,
then it's fine.
It's not going to be an issue. But that's going to be a problem, I think, for some of the buyers come auction day. They are going to mark this down. It's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, it's got a fabulous look and feel.
Yeah, it's a good-looking kitchen. I like the black and white colour scheme. And I think, as I say, there's a lot of wow factor. You walk in here and there's wow factor, but then you actually look at the execution of what they've done too, the quality of what they've done, and that's good as well. So, I mean, I really like it. I like what they've done.
I have trouble giving anyone a 10 for anything, but I think when it comes to execution here, they're very close. I couldn't floor them below a 9.
Coming up, who will win the last room reveal? And $5,000 hard cash.
The judges felt that one had the best design, one had the best quality, and one had the best wow factor. 3 out of the 4 teams were in the hunt for the prize this week.
The last rooms in the house have been delivered, and the numbers are in. It's now time to find out if all of those long days and sleepless nights are going to pay off on the scoreboard.
We went down to Scotty's workshop, as we traditionally do, waiting for the judges' announcement on who won the room for the week, but Scotty was a no-show. We waited there for ages and ages.
I thought Scotty was still at lunch, really.
It's always a nerve-wracking experience on reveal day, especially for the first time. We've been standing around for ages. I don't even know how long it was.
I knew that it was going to be a hard decision. I knew they were contemplating which house, because otherwise they wouldn't have taken so long. So it was a bit nerve-wracking.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Now, I must firstly sincerely apologise for how long this has taken. But it's your fault. All of you. You made the judges' job very, very difficult with some of the best kitchens and dining rooms they have ever seen on the block. Well done.
We had been talking previously in the day and we all thought our kitchens were the best, so it was good to hear that it was going to be close.
And thanks to the European Design Toyota Corolla, you will get a prize to match your efforts. $5,000 cash towards the rest of your homes. Very important for next week. Now, can I say that the judges felt that 3 out of the 4 teams were in the hunt for the prize this week. 1 had the best design, 1 had the best quality, and 1 had the best wow factor.
I hope we're not that 4th team, because we were there last week and we don't want to be there again this week.
I straight up just thought, well, maybe that we fell on our own sword by not having a dining table of such, and I thought that could easily squeeze us straight out the back door.
And although it was tough, we finally do have a winner. All right, we're going to kick off with execution. Josh and Jenna.
I'm really happy with it. I think it's a perfect flow on from the front of our house. I think it's a lot more modern, but it's still got that Josh and Jenna style to it. I love it.
They thought the layout of your kitchen was very clever. They thought your choice of furnishings and lighting were perfect. But the choice of no gas might be a negative for some buyers. Score, execution, Josh and Jenna. The big 9.
I think that's our highest ever for execution, so I was really excited about that.
Polly and Woz.
I mean, without sounding too arrogant, this week I reckon we have a red hot chance at winning.
The judges were pleased to see that you have been listening to their feedback from last week. They like the tiger stripe effect. You happy with that? The homely feel they loved as well. But they felt possibly the island bench in a small space was a mistake. Score, execution.
When Scotty threw our 8 up after Josh and Jenna's 9, yeah, I was really happy. I thought, this is a great start. You 2 off absolutely perfection. You can't not be happy with that.
Katrina and Amy.
We love our kitchen dining room. We think we've done the best that we can do, and it certainly ties in with the lounge room that we did last week, which was our winning room. So I think we've chosen some great things to go into that room, and I hope it's enough. I mean, we know we don't have the biggest kitchen, it's the smallest area, but we've done what we could do with the area, and I think what we've done looks spot on.
What a great use of space, good functionality, loads of wow factor. Neil loved your innovation and said he would be happy to have a kitchen like yours on the pages of Belle magazine.
Best comment ever, couldn't have done any better. I'm right.
However, there's always a however. It's not a kitchen that would appeal to serious chefs or cooks. Score, execution, Katrina and Amy.
9 being the highest execution score we've ever had made me start to think, well, we could be in the running here, we could be close.
Rod and Tanya. Now, these are the judges' words, not mine. A damn good kitchen. Brilliant storage. Ticks most of the boxes. They have thought of just about everything, but no dining room table. Score, Rod and Tanya.
When I seen a 9 come up next to Rod and my name for execution, I was absolutely rapt. I was thinking to myself, well, maybe we aren't the bottom couple after all. Maybe they haven't worried that we haven't put a dining table in. And maybe we're in for a shot.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, dearie me. So as you can see, the judges were extremely impressed. But who is the winner? Should we talk about design? You know what happens now? Alrighty, design, Josh and Jenna. Very cool look, feel. They love the neutral white height cabinets. Use of wood, great table. Choice of artwork.
I've never been so nervous when Scotty was writing up on the board. It was just something about the kitchen and the dining being such a major part of the house, and to show the public that Jenna and I can do an amazing kitchen and dining room was a must for us.
Rod and Tanya, gas cooktop was a real bonus. Well thought out design. Would have liked the cabinets to go all the way to the ceiling.
When Scotty spun that board around and he's taking his time and he mutters to himself, and you know, you're trying to strain your eardrums just to get a little snippet of maybe what a judge had said, just to give you a little bit of hope that you might get up. It's atrocious. It's like the longest minute ever.
Katrina and Amy, judges love the kitchen design and your choice of light fittings and furniture. These girls just get better and better every week.
I was feeling a bit sick. I was nervous. I didn't want us to be the 4th one that wasn't in the running.
Polly and Woz, great finishes and attention to detail. Use of the black timber in a small space was a brave move, but did it pay off?
I actually leaned into Polly and I said, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right.
Right, let's add this up. I think I might need a calculator. Okay, scores are all added up, and we have a winner for kitchen and dining room week. The winner of the $5,000 from Toyota Corolla is this week. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
The couple's kitchen and dining rooms have been judged. The execution scores are in, and there is only 1 point in it. Now it's time to find out who will take home the $5,000 up for grabs.
Okay. Scores are all added up, and we have a winner for kitchen and dining room week. The winner of the $5,000 from Toyota Corolla is this week. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Josh and Jenna.
I'm beyond happy. This is the best and the most important one to win, and I'm so glad it paid off.
It's the best feeling. It's the most important room in the whole house. It's the Hardy house, and we've got the best one on the block.
And we got a really high score, and we've redeemed ourselves.
And we had no negative comments, and all the stresses about the lights, the timber covers and everything. It's just all paid off, and we're on top of the world at the moment, and winners are winners.
In second place is Katrina and Amy with 17 points.
But I'm really wrapped this week because we're only 1 point behind Josh and Jenna, and it's the comments that have stuck in my mind about our kitchen, and I'm wrapped.
Rod and Tanya are in third with 16 points.
I thought our design was fantastic. I thought we'd made great use of our space. I thought it was a huge kitchen with great appliances.
Now, obviously, the judges like the style that Josh and Jenna put out there. But that's okay. He's just a plumber. He's just an average bloke. Very average bloke.
That's not nice.
Polly and Woz got a total of 15 points, making them this week's chumps.
It was pretty gut-wrenching to see us bringing up the rear with a 15.
It was really disappointing because we came fourth, yet there was only 3 points in it. And you really feel, I mean, there's no prize for second, but we were so close.
Congratulations, Josh and Jenna. Toyota Corolla will deposit $5,000 into your account tonight, which will be a huge advantage considering the project we have next week, exteriors. You have just 1 week to finish the lot. Front fences, facades, decks, front yards, backyards, not to mention inside the house, and of course the all-important curb appeal. Everything has to be done. Everything has to be perfect by the end of next week. Ready for your homes to go on the market. Ready for auction.
Tomorrow night, an amazing challenge.
Get your car keys. Meet me out the front.
Serious?
Goodbye.
Oh!
And Josh and Jenna were not paying attention.
What are you talking about? There's 2 ways. One goes out that way.
Leads our teams up the garden path.
Start your engines.
You're running like you're on eggshells. Polly and Woz, go to your right. Turn left now. After that, right. Oh, can't see a thing.
Ozzy!
Also this week, the overwhelming pressure to deliver the exteriors is taking its toll.
What? I can't what? Renovate. No.
Good luck to the guys this week. I don't think they've got any idea on what's in front of them.
It's all about curb appeal.
It needs a bit of direction, Cole.
Then we just talked about everything.
As they must get their houses painted, fences up and completely landscaped to deliver their front and backyard.
We really need to get our butts into gear.
It's not a bazooka, it's water.
Harder. Get it on.
And for some, it's just too much.
Can't flowers.
This is getting nowhere, Jenna. We've got to do something. We're just getting nowhere.
Jenna, you have to make your mind up, okay? You just can't.
I know what I want.
You don't,
No
Jenna.
one's doing it for
You
me.
don't, okay? Okay, so what do we put in the back fence?
You're just being so selfish and so mean.
Want to see all the couples' rooms in detail? Head to 9msn.com.au where the couples are waiting to give you an exclusive tour inside their rooms.
La la la.